Hello, welcome back to Wired. This is a free game on Steam. We got to 59%. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a game that was created by a university professor to try and teach people about electricity, on how electricity works. The whole idea is to wire up these various puzzles. This is the last one we're doing on this side involving squares. I'm still not getting the mechanics myself, and this is probably my biggest gripe, is that a lot of the puzzles is guesswork. Now this is a blind run. It is edited as I spend 30 minutes on some puzzles. So I'm going to have to do a voiceover, unfortunately. And as largely because I just don't get the mechanics. Somewhere in between, I do get what's happening here. So the patterns that we're creating here now actually exist inside the fuel cells when we begin to wire up. And what we're learning is how things stack as they would stack in a fuel cell. So voltage versus amp, I think it is what makes a square type of pattern. I still don't get my head around it, meaning that the developer could have simplified it more. One of the biggest problems is there's too many red herrings. But what I do clue in at some point during this run is that each room has what you need to solve the puzzle in front of it. Like, you don't need to go back to solve anything, or you're missing a clue that's back 5 rooms ago. Everything you need carries over, and the clues are there in the room with you while you're solving the puzzle. So that's something that I did not understand. Anyway, I'll let it go back to the run through, and I'll catch you later. So I'm not really understanding this. I've got to stat these. Like, one of the squares is missing, and I'm spending a long time on this puzzle actually. Oh, how am I supposed to get that is supposed to be the stack? Like, there's a square missing, so I'm guessing all these squares just stack on top of each other? And all the squares have to be equal, from what I'm understanding. So there's the 3 squares. But if I go to the side, then the squares don't stack properly. So maybe I just need to get rid of... And they've got to be the same size as the one on the left-hand side as well. Okay, so the squares stack up that way and they become the same size. Right, okay. So again, there's an invisible square on the left. I've got to work out how it runs, how it's supposed to be stacked. So we've got a really big square here, which means I should have that on the bottom. And if you're joining us for the first time, sorry, I was supposed to explain it. So there's a guy who built this in legacy of our death. His name is Professor Morovian, and we've seen him age over time. Even though we stay young. As far as I know, we're Melissa and we're dead, and somehow brought back to life. My guess, the only thing that makes sense, and I'm only doing this through snippets of information that's given to us over the course of the game from videos that we get to see. But my guess is that her consciousness was saved and it was transferred into a cadaver or some sort. Oh, there's 3 missing squares. Interesting. And over that time, he's aged. So my guess, he didn't want to lose us. He saved our brain. That was luck. He saved our brain into some sort of uploaded our consciousness, downloaded our consciousness into another body, sort of like I guess the Reanimator series and Herbert West's that kind of thing. As time has progressed, we've seen our husband very old, in his 80s. I call him Dr. Fu Manchu now. And is that it? No, one more. And he seems to be getting sick. So my guess is now he's brought us back to life. He wants us to do the same thing for him. Save his consciousness and put it into another body. That's my guess. Anyway, after we died of a illness of some type, he built this school dedicated to electricity, which is, I guess, a puzzle labyrinth, and as part of our legacy. As he was a professor, his name is Professor Morovian, I think, something like that, Alexander Morovian, and we were also a teacher, and that's it. And that opens up a secret passage, and we get to run behind and go on. That was the last puzzle, the square puzzle. Okay, that wasn't the last square puzzle. I thought that was. What's this one? The puzzles you have solved with the mechanical squares are related to the puzzles in the normal rooms. They're related to them. How? The squares must fit between the top and the bottom connector. To achieve this, they can change. This is exactly the same way that power squares organize themselves inside a fuel cell. Interesting, okay. The sizes of the squares show how much power is delivered to that machine. Wire machines in the series to place power squares top of each other, wire them in parallel from side to side. Now try and create very small squares by placing 4 squares in series. I just got to create 4 squares. Hang on. I always get this part. I find this part always difficult. So I'm just... Oh, come on. There we go. Well done. Now remove the squares and create 2 large squares by placing them in parallel. Okay, so we remove 2 squares. They've got to be parallel though, so I'm guessing I have to move that one and create another square on the side somehow. There we go. Well done. Now place 3 squares so that some are in series and some are in parallel with others. Well done. The blue lines over the squares show how machines would be wired up to achieve this pattern. You can see the lines more clearly with the lights off. Okay. Try adding and removing squares, please. Explanation complete. Sorry, I'm not getting it. Okay, so that was the last puzzle. That was just a some sort of hint. I don't know. So let's wire up. We've got the fuel cell there, and we've got to create evidently a ladder. So let's just create these. See what happens if we just run everything through. That goes. That's. Oh, actually, that might be right because there's a ladder there. So let's just do that. That's too high. Let's. Evidently, we've wired it in the wrong way, so I think we have to swap the wiring here. If we sort the wiring so that that's gone down, actually that might be right. I might be able to get up there. Okay, let's see if that solves it. That's probably created a ladder for us to be able to get. And so this is the high school that is created into an electricity type maze. Yep, that's right. And we're up. Okay. That wasn't too difficult. I see. I just saw it. If in the fuel cell, the blue lines are the mechanical squares. But we're not given the mechanical squares in the first place, so I don't understand what the point of the mechanical squares are. So that just goes to the top. We need to understand what that one does now. That's the one that we've got to... So we've got to go through a... What do they call it? An inhibitor or... the pipes don't seem to matter. Like if I run it through these amount of pipes, it's still going up the top. So the pipes don't have any verification. But if I run it through another one, then that has a verification and can't get up there. So I need to run it through either both of them or one of them. Let's try it that way. No, that didn't work either. And depending on where you put the fuel, the wiring can change everything. Oh, that might be right, actually. I think that might be right. No, still can't get up there. Okay. That was very close. What happens if I... No, it goes upwards. I want it to come down a little bit. I need it to get to a third by the looks. I'm not sure how to get it to a third. What happens if we just run it through the inhibitor? Oh, third. There we go. That's the solution. And I still don't get that. Like, we've got 3 power squares on top in the fuel cell, but I'm not understanding why that's the case. That's my only gripe with the game. I'm just not getting this concept. I understand the mechanical squares are shown inside the fuel cell, but how that helps me, I'm not really sure. Dude, that looks right. No, I can't get up. I've got to go higher. I've got to go to half this time, but it looks... Okay. That's gone downwards. So, again, the solution is in the room with me, which is what I'm appreciating now. It's just... And there's only a certain amount of connections, but each wire can be done... wired differently, like you can go top down. Oh, that might be it. Yeah, that's half. Okay, that's the solution, guys. Yeah. Okay, I've edited it here because I spent well over half an hour on this puzzle. That is the solution. I cannot express how much this did my head in. And that pipe, I probably don't even need it. I can just run in. So there's a lot of red herrings here. Those pipes, you don't really need them. Other than if you need to create another extension. Anyway, back to the edit. Oh, man, that room did my head in. Sorry. That really did my head in. what was I, half an hour, 45 minutes on that room? That was nuts. And there's only, what, 6 possibilities. I'm now understanding I don't need, unless if I need to create a, but I don't need those pipes on the top or bottom, unless if I have to divide the current that I'm putting, which is what I might need to do here. I might need to divide the current so that they go to the 2 different things, because by the looks of it, and do that in the fuel cell. That's 2/3. That's what I needed to do. So it took me a long time to appreciate that in the previous room, but I've just done that. Okay, what are we up to now? We haven't had any videos for a while. Oh, that was that was complete flea. Really? Is that the solution? It is the solution. My goodness. Oh, here's video. We got older. Or he got older. Her husband got older.
Dear Professor Morovian,
Morovian.
we have received the preliminary results of your blood tests. Cholesterol normal, blood sugar level normal, vitamin D within range. We will be conducting further tests.
So he feels sick for some reason, but nothing's shown up in the medical test so far. So that's interesting. Plus he gets really old regardless of him being sick. Like he gets to about 70 or 80. I better turn it down again, sorry. Whoops. Whoops. Too high. Sorry, I'm just seeing what I'm doing here. Okay, I need to create a pattern like that, but no, I can't get it high enough. That's got to go down to 1/3, but looks. Which makes the other one hard because I had that right. By the looks of it, I'm going to have to split this one. Or split that one, or split the other one. No, this one, I think. So that got that one right, but I've stuffed up the other platform now. So I've got the first platform right, but now I've got to raise that one up. So maybe if I reverse the image. What are we up to? 65%. So we've been at least in 65 rooms at the moment. We are getting there though. We're over halfway if you join me on this journey. So it was just I had to. Can I get up there though? Yes, I can. So that was good. Okay. Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. We've got a dining setting. This is the strangest school I've ever seen. Makes no nonsensical sense. Is that a wall blocking me? Sorry, I'm just concentrating. So I've got to get the fuel cell. Okay, that brings that up to the top. Also, I have to just bring them all up to the top. Yeah, I gotta bring this one up to the top. Might be able. No, that's too high. Let's just wire them all. That might be it. No, because I got to get the top one up. That might be it. Okay. Oh, I can run up and jump down. And then, there we go. Alright, that was clever. Now I've got to bring them all up to the top by the looks. How do I do that now? Got to rewire this. Let me think. Just going to check this one. So that's going to rewire to the top. Okay, good. Do I need to bring this one up to the top? No. Actually, if I put that one down there. Still not high enough. But I might not need that one because I can just jump down and use the ladder. Okay, so I don't need that one at all. Do I? No. Oh, hang on. No, that's... That goes up right up the top. Because if I bring them all three up the top, then I don't get enough power for the last one. That made it worse. Wired that completely wrong. That definitely has to be up through the top end of that one. I think I had it right in the last one, believe it or not. This is where things can become perplexing. Well, what did I have before? I needed that and that. Let's check that. I think that's it. Okay. So up there, I don't need this one. I can just drop down. You don't take any full damage. And yeah, wow. Okay. Let's wire the hint so we get the hint. See what's happening. That should give me the hint. No? Oh, I've got to wire it over here. Okay. Oh, what I'll do is I'll disconnect it, walk up, and then reconnect, and then climb the ladder. Okay. And then we'll play the hint. Yes, we know that.
To be able to catch the platform on the left, you're going to need to slow it down. But you don't want to slow down the platform on the right. So you need to have a think about what the pattern of squares needs to look like inside the fuel cell. Yeah? You've got 3 machines in the room. One of them needs a big power square. That's the fast one. And one of them needs a very small power square. It's the slow one. So, what's that pattern going to look like?
Does this really happen inside electricity? So, from what I can understand, the power squares or the mechanical squares just represent the current going through, maybe? Or does it represent both the current and the amp? And I can't remember if it's the current or the amp is referring to the circle. So let's just rewire everything up. We need one to go really fast, and we need the other one to slow down. We can't have both elevators travelling at the same speed. And that seems to be it. Okay. Oh. I use a switch. Okay, sorry, I had a mental blank there. So, and then I switch it on the other side like I did before. Right, okay. And then jump up on, and that should allow me to catch the other one, which is going slower because it has less current going through it than this elevator. Very complicated. This is double espresso coffee stuff. Far out, this really is going slow. If we don't get up there soon, he's going to get older and older. Alright, here we go. Good grief, what's this? Oh, there's another hint. Okay, let's wire it up so that we can get to the hint. That's this one over here. Boy, that goes really fast. Will we even be able to get there? I think we might need to slow it down, even just getting to the hint. That's going really fast. Maybe run it through that. Okay, that's better. Okay. That will allow me to get to the hint. Boy, I needed to solve a puzzle just to get to the hint. I can't even get up here. Get up. Come on. Come on, Melissa. Where's that new body of yours? You've been dead long enough. Alright, here we go. Let's play the hint. I'll turn it up again. Plutonium.
In the previous room, you made one platform move slower than the other by giving it a smaller power square. In this room, you have the added difficulty that the first platform is somewhat further away from the switch. Well, you still need to make one power square smaller than the other. It's just that you need to do it in a way that keeps all the power squares as small as they can be. With 3 machines, there's more than one way to make different sized power squares, you know.
So I don't know if you saw that, but on his shopping list he had plutonium. So again, guys, I've re-edited it here. This puzzle took me nearly an hour. It's crazy stuff. That's the solution, okay? Anyway, back to edit. So I'm actually starting, thank goodness I got that, but I'm actually starting to think that our husband has radiation sickness. Which is strange because being a professor, you'd think he'd be aware, but that might be why he's sick and needs another body. And again, this is only guesswork. We've got another video. Oh, we might see why he's sick. Medical results by looks.
Dear Professor Morovian, a recent routine survey by one of our building inspectors...
Oh, it's not a medical report.
...found serious structural problems with the building. You don't say. Most of it is brickwork. In addition, the ceiling of the cellar is a serious hazard and in danger of collapse. Well, I know that. I built it, didn't I? Therefore, no one must be allowed to walk along the path that leads around the back of the building until this is rectified. I'm not going to let anyone walk along that path. Haven't the council got anything better? In addition, our inspectors found serious breaches of the planning regulations, as the building appears to be considerably taller than the 4 stories for which you have permission.
Interesting. So, the high school is bigger than 4 stories. Hang on.
This strange-looking device measures the amount of charge flowing through it every second. Now, this number is called the current, and it's measured in amps. Now, the device is connected up to a door, and the door will only open if there's 1 amp of current flowing through the device. Now, if you look at the blobs moving through the wires, 1 amp means that 1 blob passes through it every second.
Okay, I'm actually getting this one. So anyway, it looks straightforward. That's yep, that answered it. So with the video, like he said, right.
Let's recap. Current is the amount of charge that flows through something every second. But another way to look at it is that it's the width of a power square. Now, this device doesn't have any resistance itself, so it doesn't actually have a power square, but it has a sort of power glowy line thing, which is like a power square that's been squashed flat. So this door will only open when there's 1/3 of an amp flowing through the device.
Okay, so the power squares, the mechanical squares are now squashed flat and run through this thing. And we got to get 1/3. So he is getting older. He's doing granddad jokes now. I don't know if you saw. He said, "Let's recap," and then he recapped the pen. Yep, he's getting older. So the council said that they, in their investigation, they saw the roof of the cellar in bad need of repair, and it was going to collapse. And he said he wouldn't send anyone. And when we started the game, he actually sends us knowing that that was the situation. So he never fixed it. Or did he forget that that was the case? Or is he actually... Or did he do that on purpose? That's interesting. Is he malicious now? Has he gone crazy and he wanted someone to... Because evidently no one had been in his... No one has even run his tests. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this one out. This is driving my nuts. No one... I need to do 2/3, which is a squashed power cell. Squashed mechanical square. Oh, no, that's half. So maybe not just bringing us back to life, but forcing us into... so that we see what legacy he created after we died. And the only way to do that, because no one had ever seen it, no one had ever run it, no one has ever wired this crazy labyrinth up. Maybe he's forced us on purpose, knowing that we would get stuck in here. Which would mean he's... That's 1.5. This one's doing my head in. And you can see the power squares, the mechanical squares inside the fuel cell. But I'm not getting the right pattern to be able to know what a 2/3 are. Oh, I've got to split the current. I've just worked it out, I think. That's the only way I get a 2/3 if I split this current. No, that's gone really high. But I've got the right idea there. Let's just... No. I mean, again, everything's in front of me to solve this puzzle, but it's doing my head. Oh, we're up to 70%. How long have we been? Whoa, we've been 36 minutes already. More. I mean, it's very limited what can be done here. I've split the current in two. I don't understand why. Do I have to split this current? It's 1.5. Still not what I want. No. I needed to run through the machine. 2/3. Alright, let's...
There are you. Try not to pay too much attention to the handsome man on the projectors. He's completely delusional.
Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. Unfortunately this one was a edited blind run due to the fact that I spent hours in some of those rooms. I left in the solution, so if you are going to play this, the solutions are there if you get stuck. This was released in 2018. It is a free game on Steam. It is a blind run. I have no idea how this game is going to end. But so if you want to try it out, by all means download it. It's free on Steam. Until next time, bye for now.